It's Saturday, October 29th, 2022. Time for another fireside chat with Dizzy and the fuzzy little puppy dog who's standing next to me. Oh, there she is. It's hard to believe that it's already the end of October. We had some absolutely and positively gorgeous weather today. I really wish I could have enjoyed it, but I spent the day cleaning my field. And looks so much better. And I also had guy that buys roosters off of me come this morning. I had 15 that were ready to go. Oh, it's so nice having them gone. It means I'm going to be able to save money on feed and not have them to deal with. And once they were gone, I went ahead and cleaned the house and had that all set up. I'm waiting for it to get dark now. Yeah, I've got a puppy licking my chin. I'm waiting for it to get dark. I have birds that I'm going to be moving into there, and I have other birds that I'm going to be moving around. And on Tuesday, I am going to be taking some of my older hens to auction. I think I've pretty much got figured out from pen number 1 who's laying and who's not. So I will take birds from there and get rid of them and do that the next 3 weeks, 1 week for each pen. And by the time that's done, there will be very few with my older hens left, just the broodies and a few that are laying. So I only got 8 eggs today. I got 6 yesterday. I had one day I got 14, another day I got 5, so I'm not really getting a lot of eggs. So yeah, it's definitely time to be getting rid of ones that aren't laying, because I don't want to pay the feed for them if they're not laying. So last time I took hens to the auction, I actually got pretty good money for them. So it was not very nice weather at the beginning of the week. I admittedly did not get stuff done out here. On Sunday I did because I had to get the field clean. I would have liked to have been able to wait, but I looked at the weather and it's like every day for the next several days it was the same thing. Possibility of rain, fog, cloudy, yada yada yada. So I had cleaned the field on Monday and waited until on Sunday. I waited until today to switch sides. And one thing I did do this week, which been needing to be done for a while, if you watch my one video, I put up a new solar fence charger. It's so nice having that up. Meant that I didn't have to go walking all the way over to where the other one was located, the regular electric one, because I forgot to unplug it. It doesn't have a turn-off switch on it. So I just had to, right in the middle of the field, right where I go in and out, turn it off and on. And it's working fine. So licorice, some days I put the grazing muzzle on her, some days I don't. To a point it depends on the weather. It also depends, like today I put it on her because I was putting them in the new field. I wasn't sure how that was going to be, and I wanted to hopefully get her to eat not quite as much. She has lost at least 30 pounds, which is nice to see. I am putting out hay. I don't know if I'm going to put any out tonight or not. Remains to be seen. Home, I admittedly did not get a lot done. I did basically finish the little tool shed for my firewood tools, and just need a little bit of stuff that still has to be done there. But with weather like that, I honestly don't get a lot done. I try to remember to take vitamin D, but more often than not I forget. So I need to really be doing that. Now, another thing that's going to make it so that I'm not getting much done now, for right now, is my dad. Got a text from my sister yesterday. They don't know if Dad had a stroke or what. But, he's 93, he's in the wheelchair, he's not very mobile. And he took a turn for the worse. Instead of taking him 2 people to get him from the chair to wherever, it took 3. Plus, he wasn't really able to talk. I went over to visit him. I'd been going to spend more time here yesterday. I didn't. I went over to see him and tried to talk to him, and he couldn't even form words. It was just all garbled. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to have Dad. My daughter and my niece and her husband went to see him today. For the first time in months, they actually let family back in the room. Anytime I go to see him, they haven't been letting me back in because he has a roommate. I don't know if it's just because how bad he's doing. I mean, he was in bed and basically sleeping. They tried to talk to him and he didn't really respond, and so they didn't stay. They only stayed for a few minutes. I will be going over to see him again tomorrow. I'm trying to get it to where somebody is going over to see him every day for now. I honestly, with the way he looked the other day, if he doesn't get a little better to where he's at least able to talk, I honestly don't see him lasting much longer. He kind of had a hopeless look in his eyes yesterday, and I can just basically see him giving up. So if y'all would keep us in your prayers, it would be greatly appreciated. In other news, I went to Kentucky and looked for land and wasn't able to find anything. I thought about going early spring or something and try to find something and still get to Kentucky fairly early in the year. I've decided that that's probably not a good idea. I will be going to Kentucky again probably in May. I'm thinking maybe if I can find something in May, I can get moved next October. In a way, it's probably better because that gives me that much more time to get the house cleaned, get the yard cleaned, and whatnot, and I should hopefully be in a better financial position. And definitely won't be having to hopefully work as hard. Be able to have one last garden where I'm living, and hopefully that'll be a really good garden. I hope to really be able to put a lot up from that. I'll also be having a chicken garden next year. This year, because I put those pumpkins in there, it was basically a bust. The pumpkins just took over and I couldn't even get in there. So I will have a better chicken garden next year, and we'll be planting more stuff that they'll like besides just the tomatoes and the pumpkin. I got one pumpkin, and by the time I went and got it out of there, it was rotted and didn't really do anything with it. So next year I'll plant other stuff in there. I still have tomatoes growing and was eating some earlier today. So that's about it from me for today. I can't think of anything else that I need to say. I am getting the chickens all fed and watered tonight because this way, since I'm only having to feed horses once a day since I don't have Stormy, I'm not going to bother to come out tomorrow morning. I'm going to wait. I'm going to go see Dad after church, go home, grab the dog, and then go out. I had hoped to jump on Misty yesterday, but because of going to see Dad, I didn't have time. And because of cleaning the field today, I didn't have time. So tomorrow, yeah, I'm definitely planning to get on her. So I'm hoping that goes well. Well, I said that's about it for me for the week, and I hope it's nice where you are, and I will talk at you later.